Yo, it's TM88.
Yo, it's Macnificent.
And this is how we produce Trim by Playboi Carti and Future. It was so crazy. I was like, we was on Zoom or what?
Session Wire.
Session Wire. Honestly, Session Wire is like being in the studio, but virtually. Being in the session, seeing somebody working on something, and you might be like, oh, I can kind of do this off of that. So that's kind of how that went, but you kind of wanted to keep that beat kind of simple and not do too much. So that's kind of how we approached it. I actually sent it to Future. When he went crazy on it, he put Carti on it. The rest is history. Carti put it on the album. You know, the artists we work with, they go crazy. All right, let's get into the breakdown. I was chilling, Akachi called, he like, bro, got this melody, me and Sonic made, I'm about to send it through. We just went crazy.
I'm Sonickaboom.
And I'm Akachi.
I made the original sample, the original melody. I made it back in 2023. I use a lot of Alchemy. It's a native Logic plugin. It's just got a lot of really cool sounds, really cool textures. So one night I was just going through, as I normally do, just trying to find something cool that stands out, something rhythmic, something moving. And then I put a couple leads over this original texture. Then I sent it over to Akachi.
And this was at a time when TM88 was, he was hitting me up and he was like, bro, we got to work on stuff for mixtape Pluto. Sonic had sent me this melody and I was like, bro, this is perfect. So I slowed it down, added a bunch of alchemy, added a bunch of textures to it. This choir, just really try to make it like super Pluto.
After Akachi and Sonic sent that through, it kind of set the tone, not kind of, but it set the tone for where we wanted to go next, or where I wanted to go next before I sent it to the guys to, you know, go crazy. Since the beat was kind of like eerie and patty, I wanted to kind of take it there first, you know, before I added the snares and the hi-hats. That's kind of how I wanted to go. And this is what I started with. After the 808, we chose to go snare, of course, give it that snap. Next sound, of course, you want to go hi-hats to set the groove for the track, you know what I'm saying? Simple hi-hat, you ain't have to go too crazy. Next, we got the open hat, and in some beats, you can go many open hats. Some beats, you want to space them out. And this one, we decided to space them out, and this is what we came up with. So percussion-wise, that's all it was to the first pattern. I'm gonna play another pattern with all the drums together, so y'all can kind of get a idea of how the beat kind of switched up without all the sounds in it. This part right here is the low end part that we wanted to add in the intro to give it more like a dramatic feel. You know what I'm saying? If you watch scary movies, you know what I'm talking about. Real simple, but it adds suspense. Next, I got my boy Sid. He came through, he added a bunch of Counter Melodies, went crazy, and I'm gonna play his sounds next. Dark, crazy, you know, good Counter Melodies to add to this type of beat.
After Sid pretty much sent me the beat, I added more Counter Melodies on top of what I had already heard that was already laid down when I got it. So pretty much after I added the pianos, I felt like it kind of needed some ambience. Had to add more piano, never enough piano. Just something with a lot more notes to kind of fill in, where the first piano I played had lesser notes.
After all of that, all of the guys doing their thing, and then comes the layout, and this is what we got. One night, I'm making beats. Moon called me like 3 times. He was like, bro, Carti trying to hit you, bro. He trying to get the sessions for Trim. Me and Carti did a lot of songs, but he don't really ask for the drag outs like that. You know what I'm saying? Cause see his track record, he ain't really gonna finna drop a whole bunch of albums, you know? He just doing song at a song, but when he finally asked for the track out, I'm like, all right, bet, it's going down. The sessions, bro, DJ Moon was in the sessions.
DJ Moon, Crash Dummy, 00. Sessions with Carti be very lengthy. You can never really tell where his mind is at, you know what I'm saying, in the session. He like, oh yeah, I got one, you know what I'm saying, Pluto, like he tell Fritz, like pull it up. He obviously been listening to it on his phone and everything like that, you know what I'm saying? So he done internalized the record by this point. It's like, he know he finna spaz. We probably listen to the song about 8-9 times after he come out the booth, you know what I'm saying? Cause like he go in the booth, he's like, he kind of takes from like Lil Wayne when it comes to like trying to one take or like not trying to like do a whole bunch of punching in like it's a feeling.
Stay consistent, stay true to yourself, and the number one rule is stay in the gym. You know, just like NBA players, they shooting up shots every day. We don't get to see them shots. You know what I'm saying? We in the studio every day, they don't get to hit it. Different 808s we use, the different snares. It ain't one way to skin a cat, that's what they say. So like you can make beats all kind of ways. Like you don't gotta use what we use. You can use whatever you use to make beats. Yo, it's TM88.
Yo, it's Mac, and you watching Behind the Beat with RapTV.